communication. That wonderful, complex, and at times terribly awkward dance between human beings. Today, we're going to dive into a crucial aspect of this art, diplomacy. Because, my friends, speaking fluent English is only half the battle. The other half? Well, let's just say it involves avoiding a few cultural landmines. Take, for instance, a curious case I recently heard about. A student, newly arrived in a foreign land, and the seemingly innocent question, "Where are you going?" A common enough inquiry in some parts of the world, but one that can feel intrusive and quite uncomfortable in others. And there, my friends, is our starting point. The infamous faux pas. Those cultural missteps that can turn a friendly chat into, well, a less friendly moment. Throughout this video, we'll unravel the delicate ballet of intercultural communication in English. We'll explore some of these linguistic and social traps, and more importantly, offer a practical guide to navigating this fascinating and occasionally mined territory with the grace and diplomacy of a true master. So prepare to refine your communication skills and avoid those situations where the only option is to wish the ground would swallow you whole.
Bonjour. Welcome back. It's a funny thing, isn't it, how much we take for granted in our own language. A simple question, a common phrase, can be perfectly normal in one culture, yet feel like an unexpected misstep in another. A student of mine from Brazil, who's navigating her new life here, told me about a classic example.
She said that a simple, innocent question, "Where are you going?" made her feel, well, a bit uncomfortable. As if her day, her privacy, was suddenly on display. But the person who asked had no intention of being rude. None at all. They were just being themselves. This, my friends, is the heart of a faux pas.
It's not a mistake of grammar, it's a misunderstanding of culture, a little stumble in the dance of communication. And in our global world, speaking perfect English isn't enough. We also have to learn the subtle art of English diplomacy. Join me as we explore how to avoid these common missteps and learn to truly speak the language of connection, not just the words.
And just like that, you've hit on a fascinating point. What seems perfectly normal in one culture can be a total mystery in another. It's because words and phrases, my friends, are more than just their dictionary definitions. They have what I like to call cultural baggage. Take, for instance, the way my British family and my French family greet each other. My London relatives prefer a firm handshake or a simple hello. But my French cousins, they greet with a kiss on each cheek. It's a normal, friendly gesture, but if a British person were to see this, they might react like our friend in the cartoon, with a bit of a shock. These aren't errors of grammar, they're false friends of intention. In one culture, an action or a phrase means hello, welcome. In another, it means personal space, stay away. So, even if your English is grammatically flawless, you can still create a faux pas by not understanding the unwritten rules of social context. Your words may be perfect, but their intended meaning can get lost. The real challenge of English is learning the unwritten rules, the social cues, the subtle dance of communication that happens in every conversation.
So, if the dictionary isn't always enough, what's a savvy language learner to do? The secret is to think like a diplomat. A diplomat doesn't just speak, they choose their words with a purpose, to build a bridge, not a wall. Let's look at some common pitfalls and the diplomatic solutions.
First, personal questions. In some cultures, it's normal to ask, "Are you married?" or "Do you have kids?" But in others, this can be seen as too direct. Instead of answering, "None of your business," you can use a polite and diplomatic phrase. For example,
"That's a personal question, but I'm happy to talk about it. If you want to share, I prefer not to discuss that. If you don't." Next, polite requests. In English, we often use modals to soften a command. Instead of "give me the salt," a diplomat would say,
"Could you pass the salt, please?" Could adds a layer of politeness. And finally, respectful disagreement. Disagreements happen, but a diplomat knows how to express a different point of view without starting a fight. Instead of "you're wrong," you can say, "I see your point, but I have a different perspective on that. I'm not so sure about that." This phrase is a powerful way to express a polite disagreement in a more subtle way. The goal isn't to be fake, it's about learning the social rules of the game, so your intentions are always clear. It's about building bridges, one diplomatic phrase at a time.
And just like that, we've gone from a simple "Where are you going?" to a lesson in international diplomacy. This is because communication, my friends, is not a monologue. It's a dance, and every dance has its own unwritten rules.
Think about a tango, where every step, every pause, and every look has a meaning. In the dance of communication, your words are your steps. Your rhythm and intonation are the tempo of your music, and the person you're speaking with is your partner.
But what if you're a waltz dancer trying to do a tango? You might step on your partner's toes, not because you're a bad person, but because you don't know the rules of the dance. In intercultural conversations, it's the same. A gesture, a phrase, a tone. What works in your culture might be a misstep in another.
The goal isn't to be a master of every dance. The goal is to be a mindful dancer, to watch your partner, to listen to their rhythm, and to adapt your own steps to create harmony. When you learn to do this, you not only avoid the faux pas, you build something much more valuable, a bridge of understanding. This is the true art of English diplomacy, learning to dance with every culture, one conversation at a time.
And so, dear friends, we've come to the end of our journey. We've seen that English is more than a language. It's a bridge that connects us to different cultures, to know people, and to a global conversation. But to cross this bridge with success, you need more than just grammar and vocabulary. You need diplomacy. The art of communicating with tact and grace is what allows you to dance with a new rhythm and to understand the unwritten rules of a new culture. It's what allows you to avoid a faux pas and to turn a simple "where are you going?" into a genuine moment of connection.
So, the next time you speak English, don't just think about the words. Think about the music of your voice, the rhythm of your phrases, and the unwritten rules of the dance you're about to perform. And remember, the goal isn't to be a perfect speaker, but to be a thoughtful and respectful one.
This is the true art of English communication. This is what it means to be a global citizen. I know we live by algorithms, but if what I say resonated with you, please consider subscribing and giving it a like. Thank you.